Oh, hi everybody. Right now we're here at the Chumash Village, which is part of the Stagecoach Inn Museum here in Newbury Park. And my name is Fred Nuesca, and I'm a volunteer here. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about our app and about apps in general. But first I would like to share with you a few of the things that we have here in our village. For instance, here is a shade cover that the Chumash could use for working on anything, making baskets or processing acorns on a hot day. And here we have a ceremonial wall. And a ceremonial wall was where we would have ceremonies, and the Chumash would also have their Chumash dancers dance, and special outdoor meetings would be held there. It was kind of a sacred place. And now here is our app, our Chumash house. So I'd like to talk a little bit about apps. We're very proud of our app here, and we try to keep it maintained, but we have to do a little work on it yet because they do require repair sometimes. But anyway, the average size app was about 12 to 20 feet in diameter, and that would be according to the size of your family. And when you do it, when you would have to build a new app, it would be kind of a community project, and everybody in the village would come together to build it. So, with that in mind, let's build an app. Come on. The first thing you would do would be to walk in a circle and plant posts. Now, the actual post would be much larger than this, and you would use willow wood. The reason being, willow wood is very flexible and easy to work with. It's not brittle and it won't break. I personally like willow a lot. You can use it for all kinds of things. But anyway, you sink the post in a circle for whatever size you wanted the app to be. And that, of course, would be according to how many people were in your family. Then after you have the posts all in place, you would take the tops and bend them in to make a dome shape. Then the second thing you would do, you would take willow branches again, and you would put them in all the way around the app in a circle, parallel with the ground, about 2 feet from the ground. You would do this with all the rest of the corresponding willow branches, all the way up to the top. And then it was time to cover the outside of the app framework. Come on, all you villagers, I need help. I can't do this by myself. Anyway, then you would have to cover the outside, and what would you use? Well, you would use thatching. And what is the best material for thatching? Tule. As you can see, tule gets really long. I mean, like really long. And it's very thick, and when you put a bundle together, it makes for really good insulation. Can you see this, how thick it is? And what is tule? Tule is a reed that grows wherever there's water, creeks, ponds, lakes, whatever. And you go out and you harvest it. Okay, so now we're going to build an app. We've already sunk the post, but I did forget to tell you that the first step in building an app is harvesting all the materials, which would be willow limbs and tule. And the second step would be to actually build the app itself. Okay, we have the post sunk in a circle, and we have the horizontal pieces of willow branches going in a circle all the way up to the top, about 2 feet apart. And now we're going to thatch it. So what you do is You can cut these in half if you wanted to. Well, maybe I won't cut them in half. We'll just continue on with them like they are. So you take the tule on the first row from nearest the ground. That's about 2 feet high. So you take the tule. Now, please consider the fact that this would probably be a lot wider bundle, perhaps even 4, 5, 6 inches wide. You take it, and you would cut it off here, but then you would bend it over the first row of saplings until the ends touch the ground. Now look at this. You have about 6, maybe 8 inches of insulation. So that would really help keep, then you could cut this off and go, continue on all the way around. Then you do the same thing on the next row up. But now, these tules will overlap the other tules by at least 1 foot. And you continue doing that all the way to the top. And now you have a shingle-like effect. And believe it or not, you would be surprised how waterproof these apps can be. So I'll lay this down for right now. And now that we have finished our app, let's go inside. Well, here we are inside of our app. As you can see, we use rebar instead of the willow posts. So it would pretty much last forever. And if and when we ever have to rethatch the whole thing, it would be much easier to do. Now, instead of using tule, we use what is called elephant grass, which is pretty much basically the same thing. It's thatching material. And so this is actually elephant grass. So, but you can see it's just about the same. Our little app, we're very proud of it. And here we have a hearth. And you'd have a small fire in there. And you can see the Chumash sitting here cooking, or if not even cooking, it would create heat and keep the whole app warm on a cold winter day. But you didn't really need a big fire, just embers alone would keep the whole app warm. And up here, we have a hole, and that would be for the smoke to go out. And when it was raining, what would you do? Get all wet? No. You go up there and put an animal skin across the top. Mm-hmm. The front door would be a nice oak door that you would buy at Home Depot. Oh no, I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. It would be a nice mat made out of tule. Or you could use an animal skin. Also, if you really want to decorate your app after you're done and you're so proud of it, you could use 2 curved whalebone ribs to make an arch over the entranceway. And then that would just make it look a lot prettier. So I would like to say that once an app is finished, it can last for many years with occasional repair. And they can be very comfortable to live in. Shall we go outside? Well, I'm glad I hope you enjoyed this video. And oh my goodness.
Well, hello, Fred.
Well, hello you. How you doing, Gavin?
Very good. How you doing today?
Very well. We're really fortunate because Gavin McGuire is here today from the Caneo Rec and Park, and we've been on a project to repair our app. As you can see, it does need repair. Would you mind telling everyone a little bit about what we've done with this app and everything?
Of course. So one of the things that we've been doing is removing these horizontal willow branches, and that's kind of the first step in rethatching the app. We take these off, they're separated about 2 feet, and then we lay the elephant grass. It's in panels, and then we reattach the horizontal, and that keeps it down. It was damaged this winter. There's some holes over here, and periodically it has to be maintained just to kind of keep it up, and it's looking really good.
Oh, thanks, Gavin.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a nice project.
yeah, well, I had good supervision.
It's coming along really good. We're almost done now.
Well, I guess we should say goodbye. If I may, I'd like to say goodbye in a Chumash way, and that would be Haku. Thanks for watching. Till we meet again.